The Lost Kingdom of Eldoria. In a time long past, before the annals of history could record it, there existed a kingdom of unparalleled beauty and power. Eldoria, as it was known, was nestled within a lush valley, surrounded by towering mountains and enchanted forests. The kingdom was renowned for its prosperity, wisdom, and the legendary tree of stars that stood at its heart. Eldoria's wealth and influence were attributed to the tree of stars, a magnificent ancient oak tree that shimmered with a soft, ethereal light. Its leaves resembled a tapestry of the night sky, and its fruit, the star fruit, was said to grant extraordinary wisdom and longevity to those who partook of it. The people of Eldoria lived in harmony with nature and their benevolent ruler, Queen Seraphina. She was not only a wise and just monarch but also the guardian of the tree of stars. Her connection to the tree was so profound that she could hear its whispers, granting her unparalleled insight into the affairs of her kingdom. But as is often the case with great power, envy and greed began to fester in the hearts of neighboring kingdoms. The tales of the tree of stars and Eldoria's prosperity spread far and wide, and avaricious eyes turned toward the kingdom. The neighboring kingdom of Varkoria, ruled by the enigmatic King Malachai, coveted the tree of stars and the secrets it held. King Malachai, known for his cunning and ambition, devised a treacherous plan. He sent emissaries to Eldoria, bearing gifts and offering a pact of friendship and trade. Queen Seraphina, a kind and trusting ruler, accepted the overtures of peace. She believed in the goodness of her fellow monarch and the power of diplomacy. Little did she know that King Malachai's intentions were far from noble. In the dead of night, King Malachai's agents infiltrated Eldoria and stole into the heart of the kingdom. Their nefarious purpose was to steal the tree of stars and bring it to Varkoria, where it could be exploited for its mystical properties. Unbeknownst to them, the tree of stars was sentient and could not be taken without consequence. As the tree was uprooted from the soil, a mournful cry echoed through Eldoria. The once lustrous kingdom began to wither, its lush landscapes turning desolate and barren. The tree's radiant light dimmed, and its leaves turned ashen. News of the theft reached Queen Seraphina's ears, and she was devastated. She knew that the tree of stars was the lifeblood of Eldoria and that without it, her kingdom was doomed. She resolved to embark on a perilous quest to recover the stolen tree, even if it meant venturing into the heart of Varkoria itself. Queen Seraphina disguised herself as a common traveler and set forth on her journey to Varkoria. She faced treacherous terrain, hostile creatures, and dark magic as she crossed the border into the neighboring kingdom. She went on for days, guided only by the faint connection she still shared with the tree of stars. In Varkoria, King Malachai marveled at the power of the stolen tree. Its radiant light now bathed his kingdom in an eerie, celestial glow. His subjects hailed him as a god-king, and he reveled in his newfound supremacy. Queen Seraphina, however, drew closer to her goal. She could sense the presence of the tree growing stronger as she ventured deeper into Varkoria. But King Malachai, alerted to her presence, dispatched his guards to capture her. In a harrowing confrontation, Queen Seraphina was captured and brought before King Malachai. He gloated about his triumph, believing that he had vanquished Eldoria for good. But Queen Seraphina, with her unwavering determination, pleaded for the return of the tree of stars. King Malachai, driven by hubris and a lust for power, refused her pleas. He declared that Eldoria was no more, and the tree was now the source of his kingdom's might. Desperate and defeated, Queen Seraphina was imprisoned within the very heart of Varkoria, a place of darkness and despair. There, she could only watch as her beloved kingdom continued to wither away without the tree's radiant light. Back in Eldoria, the people despaired as their once thriving kingdom crumbled into ruins. The tree of stars, too, languished in Varkoria, its brilliance fading with each passing day. As the years rolled by, a shadow fell over Varkoria. King Malachai, intoxicated by his power, grew increasingly paranoid and tyrannical. His kingdom, once prosperous, began to suffer from the same decay that had befallen Eldoria. One fateful night, a rebellion erupted within Varkoria. The people, burdened by the consequences of the stolen tree, rose against their tyrant king. In the midst of the chaos, the Tree of Stars responded to the cries of despair. With a burst of celestial energy, it broke free from its captivity and returned to Eldoria. Eldoria, though wounded and desolate, welcomed the return of its guardian. The Tree of Stars, reunited with its homeland, began to heal the kingdom's wounds. Slowly, life returned to the barren landscapes, and the people of Eldoria found hope once more. In Varkoria, King Malachai's reign came to a tragic end. Overwhelmed by the crumbling kingdom and the loss of the tree's power, he met a bitter fate. His demise marked the beginning of Varkoria's redemption as the kingdom sought to mend the wounds inflicted by his ambition. Queen Seraphina, though aged by her ordeals, witnessed the resurgence of Eldoria. The kingdom flourished once more, and the Tree of Stars, with its wisdom and luminance, continued to guide its people. Yet, the memory of the tragic episode lingered, a reminder of the dangers of greed and the enduring power of resilience and sacrifice. And so, the tale of Eldoria's fall and rise became a legend, shared through generations as a testament to the enduring spirit of a kingdom, the strength of a queen, and the eternal brilliance of the Tree of Stars.